Hello, Tom from History Delights, and we got Kevin behind the camera. Say hello, Kevin.
Hi, Tom.
How are we doing today, Kevin?
Oh, it's been a fantastic day.
Well, you know what we're doing right now?
What?
We're talking to Mr. Gene Stevens,
Yes.
and he is the head of the Central States Lawman and Outlaws Historic Association.
Yes.
And I'm sorry I had to read that, so
That's
I didn't
okay.
goof it up.
That's okay. It's a mouthful.
Not that I ever do goof it up,
And
but
it's just,
he gets mad if we have to do more than one take.
yep.
Okay?
Oh, I
So
understand
anyway,
that,
Gene, welcome to the channel here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'd just like to discuss, your association that you've started here, and
Sure.
get some more information about it. What's it for? What are your goals or plans?
Sure.
Or so, what's this all about?
Well, I started up the Central Lawman and Outlaws Association about 2 years ago, and it was based on my love of history, and obviously I've been reenacting with you guys for a couple of years too,
Sure.
so you kind of know where I'm at with that, and I've been doing it for a long time, since the 1990s, and I've written a few things along the way, and I write articles, and I've written online articles. I've actually had articles published in other magazines, and I wanted to take this to the next level because as I'm writing, to obviously get my name out there, because I want people
Sure.
to know what I do.
And I'm just going to hold up a few books here
Sure.
while you're talking here.
But it for me, really, it's about collaboration. And since I started up the blog, I've collaborated with a lot of different writers and artists who've donated work to me. In fact, just an example, at the Fort Dodge event just this last June.
Sure.
Right. I met a gentleman up there, and his name was Kelly Hines, and he was an artist. And he brought me a stack of pictures that he drew of different Western figures. Well, I took that, and I'm creating a booklet out of it, and we collaborated on that. But the blog is an open source collaboration between myself, other authors, historic sites, such as the James Farm.
Sure.
In fact, I'm going to be giving a speech at the James Farm on October 4th.
Down in Missouri?
Down in Missouri.
The James Farm.
The James
you
Farm.
You are going to the
I am going.
James-
They invited
Wow.
me to speak there. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that is outstanding.
And I have a good relationship with the Fort Dodge Museum, with Deb up there. She's a great person, and also Brian Downs, who's with the John Wayne Museum in Winterset. So these are people, that situation that I've cultivated to try and create an open dialogue between people who love history.
Now, we have national and international viewers here.
Yes.
So when we speak of Fort Dodge, that was an early fort built in northwest Iowa back in the 1800s, 1850s. And I'm sorry, the other one you mentioned?
The John Wayne Museum.
John Wayne Museum. That is
And everybody knows who John Wayne is, right?
Everyone
We would
knows who
hope.
Jane Wayne. Yeah, he was born and raised in Winterset, Iowa.
Yes.
So he has a museum down there.
Yes,
So.
right. Which is a 4-star, 5-star museum.
It is.
in my opinion. It's one of the gems in Iowa that very few people really know about.
So part of this association, I mean, is there a membership? Do I get a card if I join a membership?
No.
Or do you just want me to say, hey, Gene, I've got some information you might be interested in?
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for, is a collaboration. There's no dues or anything like that. It's about me meeting people, collaborating with them. Now, when somebody does give me work for to put on the blog, they are given full credit on my blog.
Sure.
In fact, if you go on an actual computer and you look at my blog, I cite my different sources and different artists who've contributed to me. So that's really what I'm about.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of started this association because, again, it's Central States Lawmen and Outlaws. You're a retired peace officer.
Yes.
And so kind of your first jumping off point was to investigate the hoodlums and the gangsters and the bad guys,
yes,
right?
exactly.
So
Outlaws.
that kind
right.
of was your initial focus, but you
Yes.
expanded out from
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But we were kind of talking off camera here a little bit. Iowa does a terrible job about promoting.
That's true.
What did you call it? The Outlaw Highway?
Well, White Pole Road.
Well, White Pole
yeah,
Road.
but I think the White Pole Road should be called the Outlaw Trail of Iowa, or Iowa's Outlaw Trail. That's just my opinion.
We do kind of a poor job of promoting our Iowa history here.
Yes, yes.
And all the things, got Bonnie and Clyde, you got Jesse James.
Yes.
There's just a whole...
Yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
The Mormon Trail.
Mormon Trail.
We have Lewis and Clark in Fort Atkinson, I believe Fort Atkinson on the northwest side.
The Sergeant Floyd
Council,
Memorial.
Sergeant Floyd Memorial.
In Sioux City, Iowa.
Council Bluffs. We have the Mississippi River and the Mississippi River boats to the east of us.
Missouri on the other side.
Missouri on the west side of us.
Iowa, the only state that has 2 rivers as borders.
Right, right, exactly.
So
And a lot of history.
a lot of interesting, a lot of local history. And as I talk to other Iowans here or people visiting, it's hard to realize how much history is just right here under our very
Absolutely.
noses. And I know on the History Channel here, we've tried to promote local history and to tell our viewers, get out into your communities and into your county.
Right.
You would be amazed.
Yes.
Kevin here did some research here a year or so ago, and we did a video on a crooked judge. We had a crooked judge, a crooked sheriff, moonshiners, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
It happened right here in our
Right.
backyard.
That's great story
A
material.
fascinating story.
Fascinating story.
So get out there and dig for some history.
Right. And visit the local museums too.
Yes.
Because I was telling you about the museum in Cambridge, Iowa, that this is a gem. It's an absolute gem, and the artifacts that they have there. The museum is packed from ceiling to floor on the first floor and second floor with really good artifacts, and they have 2 full buildings full of artifacts. So the town is essentially a museum in itself. Another place is Dow's, Iowa, which was a railroad town to the east of here, and that town is a living museum too. I mean, they don't have a museum you can access, but the town, when you go into it, it's preserved.
It's like stepping back in time.
You step back in time, and it's preserved that way for a reason. So like Dow's is a place to go visit and go through just to see the town as it was, back in the day when it was a railroad town on that line.
Yep. So yeah, no matter where you live, there's great history.
There's
that's
great
for
history,
sure.
right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
So Gene, what is the best way for somebody to get a hold of you? I see we have this card here. I'll take
Yes.
a picture of
Yeah,
that.
take a picture, and if you look up the Central States Lawman and Outlaws Historic Association, or if you look up the address here is americathestory.blogspot.com.
Okay.
That's the address.
And as far as buying your books, is that a good place to go to?
You could find my books on Amazon.com,
Okay.
on Barnes & Noble, and Lulu.com.
Lulu.com.
Yeah, Lulu.com,
Okay.
yes.
And I'll try to take a picture of these and include a picture of each one of these
Okay.
books.
Okay.
And then they know if for some reason they can't find it, there's an email address or is there an email?
Yes,
or-
you can reach me at gene9156@yahoo.com.
Okay,
Yes.
good. As a matter of last resort, that's the way
Yes,
to
yes.
get a hold. And you're looking for collaborators.
Always.
And folks, Kevin and I feel very blessed to have met Gene and to be able to collaborate with him. And
I'm
he's
blessed as well.
He's a super guy, and when he says he'll give you credit, he means
Absolutely.
it. We're just out here for history and
Yeah.
nothing
Oh,
else.
yeah.
aren't
We're
we?
here to share. I've collaborated with some pretty well-known, maybe not so well-known, but seasoned writers like Michelle Pollard, who wrote a book on the Pinkerton raid on Jesse James Farm, and she got acclaim for that. She spoke at the James Farm as well too, but she's donated work to me.
Sure.
Various artists. Trying to remember his full name, Mr. Kearns, not Ryan Kearns. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Nope.
I mean, I'm old. I'm forgetting my names.
What?
But
Did you say something? I couldn't
yeah,
hear.
right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm old.
But anyhow, there's a gentleman who's documented the life of Texas Jack Alejandro, and he ran with Buffalo Bill in the Buffalo Bill shows, and he's a historian who studied that. He's collaborated with me in giving work to put on my blog.
Okay. So any of these, like if I take a picture of one of your pictures in here, I know this is copyrighted material. Is
Yes.
it okay if I
Yes.
include that in the
Yes, you-
videos then?
you may,
See
yes.
what I mean, folks? Just a wonderful guy, very cooperative, very, very knowledgeable. And like I said, Kevin and I are just so happy that we got to hook up together
Yeah.
and work together. So
You guys
Remember-
are awesome too.
Remember to check out all our other videos that we have with Gene.
we
Yeah.
do have some other ones
Yeah.
with Gene. And here on History Lights, we do a lot of local history too. And even though it's local Iowa history, it mirrors a lot of history that reflects rural Iowa.
Oh yes,
as
yes,
a matter of fact.
yes. Well, Iowa is a strong connection to the rest of the country.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the country, as it came and expanded to the west, was a pathway,
Sure.
through here. This is a major pathway for the railroads, and for the Mormon Trail, connecting
Underground railroad.
Underground railroad, yes. Exactly.
We don't think of it here in Iowa, but we were part
But
of it.
we were part of that.
Our
That's right.
Towns.
That's
James Brown for the not James Brown.
John Brown.
John Brown.
John Brown.
Not the singer.
Yeah.
John Brown.
John Brown.
The abolitionist.
The abolitionist. Yes.
Organized people here. Oh,
Yes.
there goes the rooster. Anyway, we're out on a farm, so. Anyway, so John Brown
Yes.
organized his
Wyatt
raid.
Earp,
And,
Wyatt Earp came out of Pella,
Yeah.
traveled across the country to San Bernardino on
Yeah.
a wagon train.
and then we have LeClaire, Iowa,
Claire,
and Buffalo Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's
We're
just a lot.
home to some very famous people.
Very interesting.
Yes.
And it's hard to believe, and when we tell this to folks, they stop and they think about it, and they're like, well, yeah, you're right. But when the Civil War broke out, Iowa was the West.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
the frontier.
This was the frontier. Yes.
And when these soldiers enlisted and went off, and this is what blows your mind, is they may have just got here. They may not even had the ground tilled yet.
right.
Their house may be only half built.
Right.
And they're off to
And
war,
they're off to
leaving
war.
women and children with a half-built house,
Yes.
and the farm not even working and bringing any income in.
Right. Exactly.
So not only did the soldiers go through a lot during the war,
Yes.
the families
The
they
families
left
did too,
behind,
right, right.
they went through
Right.
a lot too.
Right.
So
right.
just a lot of well, we could keep talking forever, I
Yes.
know, but I suppose we should probably wrap it up. But Gene, once again, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
and
My pleasure.
can you tell our viewers to go out and have a very delightful day?
Go out and have a very delightful day, and remember your history.
Thank you, folks.